Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Vivek Singhal from tradingwithvivek.com, and today I'm going to tell you 10 trading rules of wealthy traders. I don't think without these rules, these wealthy traders would have been so successful as they have themselves told about these rules. If you are fond of reading books, then all these trading rules have been somewhere, somehow told by all the traders. Those have been interviewed by Jack DeSwagger in his book Market Wizard and the New Market Wizard. So let's start. And before starting, if you have not yet subscribed my channel, then do subscribe because I will keep on making this kind of more educational videos just to make us much more better trader. So let's start. And the rule number one is they do always let their profit grow and do cut short their losses. They don't let their losses grow and they don't book the profit very early. They just do the just opposite. They do let the profit grow and cut short the losses. They do know before going into a trade where to exit, whether that is going to be a profitable trade or that is going to be a loss making trade. Rule number two, they always look at the charts to find out the support and resistance area before starting a trade, just to find out where other market participants are lining up to buy and sell. So this do help a lot to just have a look at the support and resistance area, and before moving into a trade, if we want to going long, we should either go long at the support or we should go long after the resistance is broken out, not in between. So they do always look at the charts before going into a trade, just to find out the support and resistance area. Rule number three, they don't try to pick the extreme top or bottom. They always wait for the chart or for the stock to rebound from the bottom to upside before moving on the wagon and just jumping to buy the shares. They always wait for the trend to turn in their favor, because it is being very lucky, if someone has catch up the extreme top or bottom, because nobody can do that without being lucky consistently. So they do buy when stock price start moving from downside to upside, and they do sell when the trend start moving downward from after having a rally. Rule number four, they don't think about whether market is cheap or expensive. See, they do keep on trading based on their own trading rule, on trading rules that they have developed over a period of time, or they have understood that by following these many rules I will be a consistent profit making trader. They don't think about cheap or expensive market. They keep on trading. Why? Because a cheap market can remain cheap for quite a longer time, and an expensive market can remain expensive for quite a longer time. So keep on trading. Forget about whether the market is cheap or expensive. Why so? Because this is trading we are talking about. This is not fundamental based investment where we do need to have a look at the macro or microeconomics. By the way, if we talk about investing also and microeconomics, then also Warren Buffett says don't look at that, just look at the company and their prospective capital inflow, outflow, and their revenue and net profit, which is going to happen in next 10, 20, 25, 30 years, because he do teach us to invest for the lifetime. Rule number five, they don't use too many indicators. They keep their trading very simple. They always look at the pure price action, what the market is doing at what level. They may be using one or two indicators, but they don't use many. They don't mess up with the dynamic indicators. They don't use a lot of indicators at a time. Rule number six, they don't average the losers. They do increase their position size on the winning trades, and as far as the losing trade is concerned, they do cut it short. They don't average the losers, they do add up with the winning trade. For example, if we have bought something at a price of 100 and we have placed the stop loss at 98. If the price goes below 98, should exit from that trade. On the contrary side, if our trade is going in profit and when we had bought it at 100 and it has moved to 110 and our technical target says that it will go up to 120, but after reaching at 110 that stock retrace a bit and it comes back to 105, and from there it takes a u-turn again to start moving upward, and so they always keep on adding positions. Say for example in this case at 107, then it reached at 115 and it retrace a little bit, and from 110 then it starts moving up again. So they do keep again adding more positions at 110, 111 or 112 according to the price trend situation. So they do cut the position short on the losing trades. They don't average that and they do keep on adding positions on the winning trade. Number 7, they do read a lot about market psychology. Why? Just to understand the price reaction and the behavior of masses based on the news on the media. A lot of retail traders get into trap of a news. Let's for example, if there is a news flashed in the media that L&T has got 10,000 crore of new order, but price is not moving upward tomorrow in the morning, that it means it is just a trap. Every news should be confirmed by the price action and not by anything else. So they do read a lot. Keep on reading a lot of books if we really want to improve our trading skills. Rule number 8, they don't hope or pray in the market. They have their own set of rules and they just keep on following that. They are not worried about whether they are right or wrong. They are much more concerned about making money. So for example, again, if they have bought something at 100 and the stop loss is 98.5 and the price goes below 98, they get out of the market, they get out of that trade, because this is not really concerned to them that they were wrong. Rather, they are much more concerned about to make money. They exit the trade and they take the opposite position immediately. Rule number 9, they practice reading right side of the chart. For example, the left side is whatever has already happened. Right side is they do try to predict what will happen based on this left hand side. For example, if a head and shoulder is being developed and the left shoulder has already been developed and the shoulder has already been made, now when the price retraces from the same level to make the right shoulder and it takes a u-turn, the right shoulder takes a u-turn and immediately they do make the position, keeping in mind that this would be the head and shoulder pattern, and if I buy here I will keep the stop loss just below this lower level of the u-turn which is being happening, and the stop loss size would be very small. And even though the this stock has not given a breakout out of this head and shoulder pattern, they buy it, so their profitability in comparison of that stop loss is huge, and that is the winning. Rule number 10, they don't take it personal. Your personal success has nothing to do with the success in a stock market. See, we may be losing a lot of trades. There could be a winning streak, there could be a losing streak, but it has nothing to do with the family, with the overall success, with the overall happiness. Like cricketers, if one is not very successful in cricket, it doesn't mean that he is not successful in his personal life. One more example. If Abhishek Bachchan is not as successful as his father in film industry, it doesn't mean that he is not a successful guy. So keep on learning, keep on watching. Have a great day, have a great journey. I am Vivek Singhal from tradingwithvivek.com. Thank you.